Hey guys, いらっしゃいませ. This is Rain from Tokyo, Japan. It's been a while. I'm so sorry that I couldn't upload any videos. Today I would like to talk about the how Japanese people have been feeling or reacting to overseas music. Well, I said overseas music, but in this video I would like to focus on rock and roll music because I myself really love rock and roll music, as you can see, and then rock and roll music including punk music punk rock music and other genres and that rock and roll music contain that those music from mostly from US, UK and other countries have affected Japanese rock music a lot. So it's really inevitable to reference to those influence to mention when people talk about Japanese, well, pop music as well, but anyway, Japanese rock music. Alright, maybe some of you know, or a lot know about Fuji Rock Festival. It's one of the biggest rock and roll festival in Japan. Well, I think Fuji Rock is the biggest one, yeah. And then the first Fuji Rock was I think it was late 19th, and then it was I didn't go because I was young, but what I heard was there's a parties. One of them was real rock and roll music is just from the other countries like US or Europe countries, and then another one, it was Japanese rock bands can really rock. Those kind of Japanese listeners are totally split. And then actually the ratio was a lot of people, rock and roll listeners were thinking that overseas rock and roll music was better than Japanese rock and roll music, and very few people thought that Japanese rock and roll music can, be equal or can be the same level. And next year, I think that was 1998 or 9. I hate to say this, but there was, I don't want to say this in the past tense, but I have to. There was a Japanese rock and roll band called Michigan Elephant. They are the legend. They said, the singer of the Michigan Elephant said, "We are Japanese Michigan Elephant." I thought, when I heard that phrase, I thought that kind of the joke or something, because we are Japanese Michigan Elephant. It's it sounds like, then are there any Korean Michigan Elephant or British Michigan Elephant or something like that? But some said it was a declaration of Japanese rock and roll band is here. And then in that Fuji Rock Festival, Michelle's live show, performance was insane. And if you're interested, the performance of Michigan Elephant, it's on YouTube. So please check that out. It's insane. For instance, during the show of Michigan Elephant, it was too packed and crowds are pushing each other to the stage. So the singer, Yusuke Chiba, who passed away a few years ago, and I don't want to believe it still, but he have to stop the song and then please back off, you're gonna die. Yeah, that was legendary live show. I would say one of the legendary live shows of Michigan Elephant. Yeah. Then the people who were thinking that real rock and roll music were only from overseas changed their mind that, like, you know, maybe Japanese rock and roll bands can rock a little bit, maybe, you know. So that was a really big incident for Japanese rock and roll listener. But still, since then and until now, there's so many listeners. Well, they are not discriminated or anything, but they actually we are called yogaku for the overseas music. So yogaku maniac are existing. I was used to be like that, like looking down Hogaku as Japanese music and then thinking and believing and worshiping that yogaku overseas music was much better than Japanese music. And I was even thinking like Japanese, the whole music, I mean any genres, were just rip-off of US, mostly US, UK pop or rock and roll or, you know, those kind of, any kind of genres. Well, some of them are really were, but I was stupid, you know. So nowadays, rock and roll music around the world is not powerful as it used to be, you know, needless to say. But in Japan, it's, well, not that powerful, but it's much better than, you know, much better compared to the other countries, needless to say. So, but still, there's a certain amount of listeners who love and worship and admire, adore rock and roll music from all the overseas bands or artists. And I would like to introduce one YouTube channel. I am so nervous right now because it is the first time for me to refer to a real, damn it, I'm so nervous. Anyway, there's one Japanese YouTube channel which is called, okay, I said Japanese name of that channel. ロックンロール歴史学単位に I sounded like dumb, but it means like roughly translating, that means rock and roll history course credit 2, maybe, yeah. And then I actually love that channel because the all videos were so well made, and then the purpose of that channel is to let not only the subscribers but also the listeners randomly, for instance, the YouTube users who don't listen to music or overseas music, to educate them about the history of mostly UK, US rock and roll music in the funny way. it's, I mean, that channel is run by one guy. His name is Mr. Asutake. Sorry, I buttered. Damn it, I'm so nervous because I'm a huge fan of him. Anyway, so I got a permission from him to mention about his channel and his name. So I put the link to the channel and then one certain video down below. So please check that out if you're interested. And as for Mr. Asutake, he is crazy maniac of not only rock and roll music, but like so many genres of overseas music. Like, in a good way, he is insane and so dedicated, I would say. I can't be like him. Let's say he has chosen best 10 albums of 2025, and 2 of them were from Chile. Then I was like, what the, I don't have any knowledge about the Latin music or anything. Well, actually that was rock and roll bands, but do you guys know the band from like Latin countries? I don't. I only know the Sepultura. So his antenna was really keen, and then he has something, or I would like to say passion, energy, and also money to pursue the latest information and CDs or records, and the time to listen to it, and the mind or brain, thoughts, deep knowledge to analyze those music, like a comparison with the old music or how it's gonna be or those kind of things. So I really respect him, and then I wish I could collaborate with him. Yeah, so let me speak Japanese here because I would like to say something to him. Mr. Asutake さんコラボしませんか？ガチで緊張しておりますが、洋楽好きなので、はい、すいません。That's it. Alright, you know what? Actually, I meant to make this video really short, but you know what? Like, as you can see, this video is way too long. So I'm gonna end here. But I would like to talk about myself as a rock and roll listener too. So maybe in the next video or whatever, let me talk about myself as a rock and roll listener. But just one thing I want to say or declare is my most favorite band on this planet is Muse. Okay, so well, thank you so much for Mr. Asutake to give me a permission to referring to you and your channel, and for you guys viewers, please check his channel out because I put the link down below. And then of course it's all Japanese, so it's hard or impossible to understand, but it's really funny. And then thank you so much for coming to see me, video, whatever. So, and please be safe and take care of yourself, okay? Well, that's pretty much it for today. So, well, yeah, that's it. So, see you in the next video. Fingers crossed for live through this fucking bullshit world, okay? Since, until next video, bye.